it's Jane with HustlePaintball.com, and today we are looking at the Lapco Ratchet system. And it's a great upgrade for your Cyclone Feed. It's going to make it cycle faster, and it's a lot more durable than the stock Tippmann parts. So let's get the Cyclone Feed off of our gun, and I'll show you how it works. Before I show you how to actually install it, let's take a closer look at the ratchet system itself. As you can see, these parts are beautifully done. They're nice and polished aluminum, and the awesome thing about it are these screws here. Now, most upgrade systems and the stock Tippmann one have pins that you have to hammer in, but these are easy to take out with an Allen key, making install extremely easy. So, grab your Cyclone Feed, and we'll go ahead and take off the bottom plate. Once you've got the screws removed, go ahead and just pop off your back plate. Make sure that none of these items pop out of here because they're kind of a pain to put back in, and you don't want to go searching around your room. The next is you're going to wiggle till the QPH pops out, and go ahead and remove that. Now, our Cyclone Feed has the Tippmann lightning rod currently installed on it. So, the next step will be to get this old ratchet system out. The first thing you're going to do is remove that spring. Hold everything together, turn it around, grab your screwdriver and remove the paddles. Make sure you don't lose that washer there. It's very important. Go ahead and remove your paddles. And carefully flip the assembly back over. So at this point, it's going to be really easy to remove the lightning rod and the ratchet system. Now that we've got the ratchet system and the piston removed from the rest of the Cyclone Feed, it's going to be easier to work on. So, first thing we're going to do is take out this axle. Now, be careful you're not losing the small pieces inside of there because we'll need that in a little bit. The easiest way to get this pin out of your system is to grab the Cyclone Feed nut from the inside of the Cyclone Feed, flip this over on top, and we're just going to take our punch, put it on top of there, and knock that out with a hammer. Now, be careful you're not breaking anything while you're doing this, because it does have to be pretty precise. Inside the ratchet system is a small assembly here that you'll need to replace in the new ratchet system. So there are two ways you can do this. You can either take a tool and just slightly pull it out or push it out, or you can knock out this pin and they'll dump out of this side. So I'm going to try and get this out right now. And be careful you don't break the items inside. It's almost out. It's just going to come around, pull out that small piece there. I should be able to remove the spring easily. There we go. So there's the two pieces that will have to go into the new ratchet system. Grab your new ratchet system. Now this is going to be really easy to put back in because all these nuts are screwed in instead of pins that are hammered in with a punch. So I'm going to remove this one first. And get my small spring and pin back into the middle of the ratchet system. That will slide easily through. Simple as that. This makes for a quick and easy install. Now, make sure that every time you're taking these apart that you're really tightening them back down when you're putting them back in. The reason being is you're putting a lot of pressure on these parts and you don't want anything to break or come loose during a game. So I'm just going to make sure that's nice and tight. So you can see my little pin and spring system are back in there. I went ahead and took out the other pin, grab your piston, and slide that right back. This is so easy to do, and it's so quick that a lot of the other products don't really compare. And the great thing is, this is actually extremely durable compared to the basic or even some of the other upgrades. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this tightened down as far as I can, because I don't want anything to pop loose or come undone during a game. Great, that's back in. The last thing you'll need to install is your axle system. Now at the top, there is a screw and washer. That's what's going to hold your paddles in. So go ahead and remove that for right now. Don't lose any of it. And we will insert the axle. So, in that hole there, you can see the small pin and the spring that we put in earlier. Now what you'll want to do is take your axle and push that down so that it's out of the way. There we are. Sorry if I blocked the view, but you want to give that a good push and then slot the axle through so you get it right where it's grooved. Now this gets kind of tricky. You'll want to push and pull down at the same time until it locks into place. Now it is locked into place and it won't move, and you won't have to do that again. Once you do this, go ahead and grab your Cyclone Feed System, stick the axle through, flip it over, and insert your paddles. It's all made easy because it is grooved to fit one certain way. Once you get that in, grab your new screws and washer and just simply put that in. Make sure it's locked in tight, flip it over. We'll go ahead and get our spring put back in. Make sure it's down all the way so it doesn't pop out on you. Grab your piston housing and slide that right back on. Now the trick to this is to push the donut in while you push the piston housing down so that it locks into place. There we are. Grab your bottom plate and your nut, put the nut back in, replace your bottom plate, and we're ready to put this back on the gun. We've got our Cyclone Feed System put back on the X7, and now we're ready to go out and play. Now, the ratchet system is going to give the Cyclone Feed a faster feeding rate, and it's going to be a lot more durable than the stock parts. But if you want a significant difference, then I would include the piston housing, and of course the paddles. That way, you've got the full system, and your Cyclone Feed will keep up with any automatic trigger you got. So, if you have any questions on the ratchet system or the Cyclone Feed system in general, please email us at videos@hustlepaintball.com. You can also send suggestions there as well. And if you need to pick up the ratchet system and other items, please visit www.hustlepaintball.com. See ya!